we might have been known for the teeny bopper music, but we was writing real hits, acting like grown, respectable men. And then Pleasure B started singing Juicy, and he was like, "Yeah,
Yeah, watch this though. You had a French roll, and it didn't look bad. All I wanna do is see you. That was also had Drewski as the host.
yeah."
For the BET Awards. How do you think Drewski did this year?
Yo, this is BZB. Thank you so much for checking out another episode of the No Cap Recap podcast, brought to you by the Pod and Color Network.
What up? Welcome to another episode of the No Cap Recap. It's BZB, aka I ain't got no more AKAs because I don't think my co-host has any AKAs. So we just BZB and
Nay.
Nay.
Yes.
All right,
No.
that's what's up.
Okay. Literally by the next time we record, I will have AKs. I'm going to put my thinking cap on and figure that thing out.
Put it right
Yeah.
on. Okay, cool.
I've been
That's
toying with
what's up.
some ideas, so
Okay.
I don't want to build it up too much. But
Right. Keep them
yeah,
guessing.
we'll have fun. Keep them guessing. Sure.
That's what's up. How are you today? What's going on in your world?
I'm all right.
I see you got some DeBarge behind you. That's what's up.
I do. I was this weekend I was able to get to the record shop and get me some more stuff. And I'm trying to make that more than it's a hobby, but like it's part of my thing. It
Part
is
of your thing.
I think I realized why I like it so much because my world is slowed down. I know you said like it's analog life, which is not something that we get to revisit very often in this current day and age. But when I'm in there, I could just be in there and not be sped up in any way. Like when you go in a record store, you have to, as they say, dig in the crates or like just kind of slow down and then stumble upon something that you want.
Yeah.
And that feels like a massage for my brain.
Yeah. Even
like
putting the record on, you can't move too fast. You'll break that needle. You'll break the arm.
Yes. You will break things. You'll scratch things for sure. So
yeah.
I think it's something too about like physical music.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Well, we talked about this before with just physical media in general and people needing to purchase in that way just because you will always have it then, right?
Yeah. And so
I'm excited about this. Yes.
All of that good stuff. And I would even argue that the same groups and the same artists that like their energy, I'm getting a little deep right now, right? I'm getting a little but their energy and everything that they use to record the records, these analog records literally go into the vinyl, even though even though they remaster it and stuff like that, but I really do feel like their energy does go into the vinyl process and everything like that, because it's not digital. It has like a heart and a soul,
It's not as filtered. If that makes
some people
sense.
would say it's a lot richer. Like the sound is literally a lot richer, and you could customize and everything. So my vinyl collection, my vinyl collection is not nearly as much as yours. I think I'm at 3, so I'm getting there.
Okay, slowly but surely.
Two Kendrick Lamar. I got GNX, To Pimp a Butterfly, and then B by Common. Solid picks though, very solid.
Those are good. Those are classics. I also like that obviously it's a resale shop, so a lot of times they have like $1 albums, $2 albums, and you could find some stuff up in there.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's the original stuff right there. That was pressed back in '78. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
With Leroy.
I just love everything about it. I love the art. Like I find myself looking through like some of the classics. I'm like, I didn't know it was a tiger with Michael on Thriller.
Yeah.
Like when you open it all the way up, but like it's
that's
just
another
cool
thing we
missing,
missing, man. You know what though? I will say when I buy movies off of Apple TV, the start screen, it reminds you of like a DVD menu. So it'll have like play, it'll have deleted scenes. all of that stuff. Versus you go on Netflix, you just press and play. That's it. So
Right.
I'm like, if we could get back to that, because bloopers are the best part of the movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Like
need
don't get up
bloopers.
and don't get up and leave as soon as the movie is over.
No,
That
no,
just
could filter
like
fish.
Life. I think Life has the funniest bloopers at
That's
the end. I
funny.
don't. That's one that I can like only watch the bloopers, but I watch Life every time I see it on TV anyway. But
Yeah,
yes,
that's
and
funny.
obviously we're here to talk about Black music because we
Oh, you
already in
know
it.
it. You know it. Yeah, we are Happy Black Music Month. The month is ending, but we've enjoyed a lot of black music. So that's the topic of today. We talk about Black Music Month. We got a lot of topics. We got the BET Awards we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about the verses, some of our favorite Tiny Desk performances, and also we got some prompts too. From what you say their name was? I feel like Barbara from
What music sermon?
Music Sermon, yeah.
Yeah.
So for people that don't know, their Music Sermon is they are a group on Instagram, and every Black Music Month, I feel like they do it for other months too. It's like a challenge, so you add it to your story. So we'll get into some of those questions later, a little bit later. First thing on the docket, what you want to talk about first? Oh, God bless you, my sister. Be blessed.
Woo!
It's okay.
Thank you.
That's all right. That's how blessed you are. Come on here. What you want to talk about first? You want to talk about verses? You want to talk about BT Awards? What you want to talk about first?
Since the verses was first, let's start there. And it's really not a ton to talk about. It was what it was. So going into it, did you first off, what is your experience?
Bless.
Excuse me. As a millennial Black male with B2K and Pretty Ricky.
I mean I pretty much listened to both. I feel like they had a brief accurate synopsis when Pretty Ricky was up, or it might have been B2K. They said we might have been known for the teeny bopper music, but we was writing real hits, acting like grown respectable men. And then Pleasure B started singing Juicy, and he was like, yeah.
Yeah, watch this though. But watch
this though. Exactly. So yeah, I like both of their music. It was kind of like jarring when I found out they was really only like 20, 21, but it seemed like Pretty Ricky seemed like their music was very nasty, but it wasn't really like for older. It seemed like it was to the high school. Is that just
right,
me?
Right. No, it definitely
just saying.
I think you just remember where you were when Pretty Ricky was a thing, right? And B2K, like I'm not even gonna front. I'm not sure there were many more people that were bigger fans of B2K than I was. I was. Okay. My entire room at one point was full of B2K posters, including the ceiling. I had them on my door.
Too. Did you have a favorite? That's my question.
I did.
You said "Good morning, Lil Fizz." Was it Lil Fizz? I feel like it was. I feel like you were Lil Fizz.
I was a J Bug girl.
Okay.
I was a J Bug girl, and I'm comfortable still saying that because he has aged very well. I had a moment of Raz B. I feel like my sister gonna look at this and be like, "You lying? You liked Raz B." I did like Raz B. But you know, Raz got a lot of battles going on now.
Yes.
That we didn't know at that time, but there was something that attracted me to Raz B too. I think I also like him crazy, you know. Okay. But I was big on the B2K train.
Okay.
All the albums, you got the Christmas album, You Got Served. I was with it all. Mm-hmm. They were the boy band for blacks. Mm-hmm. They were the super cool, super fine urban boy group for that time. So B2K came out in 20? I know I was in high school, maybe elementary school.
2003, 2004.
Yeah, 2000. They were active from 98 to 2004. and then reformed again. Their first song was which came out in 2002. So I was in 8th grade
Yeah.
when that came out.
Dang.
So
Really? Wow.
yes, yeah.
So that was like
And then
2001, 2002. Wow. Okay. Hmm.
yes. So still, and Pretty Ricky kept calling it teeny bopper music, and it was that, and
But
it
they
was
were
great for
also
that moment.
teenagers. They
They were
were
also teenagers, but they were from
right.
Florida, and that
Pretty Ricky was Pretty Ricky was from Florida. Yeah.
I think that if we think about the folks that are also from Florida that are in that same age group, that's the Carishas, that's the JTs, that's the Santanas. All of them are of the same ilk, so you see the difference,
Trick Daddy
right?
Trina.
All of that, they came up on Trick.
Right.
So
it permeates through the music.
Correct. And I think that B2K's music, I'm going to just say it. It was before many of us hopped off the porch. And then Pretty Ricky's music was where you kind of thought you knew what you was doing. And that's all I got to say about that.
Grind on me.
Yeah. But the verses, never in my life, and I don't think anyone's, has there been a more lopsided versus night than this B2K and Pretty Ricky thing. And like going into it, a lot of people were saying, B2K had bigger hits, which they do. They had bigger like videos and more awarded songs and things like that. But I just think Pretty Ricky got the streets. And so the Complex, I believe it is, has a voting tabulation going on during the verses. I don't know if you saw that.
And I saw it was all Pretty Ricky.
It was, so the way that the votes of those people, right? I don't know what, I'm not getting into what people's individual scorecards were at home, but the public who used this actual voting system had it 18-0 for Pretty Ricky. 18. And so I won't go through each of the songs, but it just seemed like whenever there was a song like big song, big budget video, their performance, B2K is, I mean, they're dancers. They are moving around about the stage in a different kind of way than Pretty Ricky, just kind of humping, picking a girl and like having sex with her with their eyes. But like, I thought was going to be a point for them. And it was, they came back with Your Body. And like just out the gate, B2K used 3 big songs. Girlfriend, Gots to Be. And Pretty Ricky came with Grind on Me, Your Body, and Juicy. And yeah, 3-0 right out the gate. And I just don't think B2K ever quite
really recovered from that.
They didn't. They couldn't get their footing. And there seemed to be, we know that they've broken up and gotten back together, and Omarion has gone on and had a solo career. Right. And it seems like he will always, they have a song basically says that they will always be boys for life. And so I think he will always throw them a bone. But he has a career just as a solo artist on his own. Right. Going into it, did you see any of the stuff that led up to the verses, like them talking stuff to each other?
The only thing I saw, and this was afterwards, when Pleasure P and somebody else was on the stage when they were practicing, and all you heard was like boots, like scraping the floor. It's like, this is what these niggas gonna be doing right here. This is what they gonna be doing.
And that is what they were doing. I felt bad for Lil Fizz. They pointed out the fact that Lil Fizz be back there lip singing, and he do, because he not a singer, he a rapper. But he also has to perform. But I just can't. Baby Blue not singing, but hey, it was a molly whopping for the
A Molly whopping.
for
My
the world to
God.
see.
Mm.
Um, I was happy. They did a lot of like, talking back and forth, like
Mm-hmm.
throwing jabs at each other. And then Omarion tried to go into his solo bag. And I was really hoping he wouldn't do that because unfortunately, Pleasure does have a bag he can go into too. Um, and they didn't go, they only went like maybe 2 rounds of playing their solo projects, but it was, I could not believe that B2K like went out like that. Like even when they did Understanding, Omarion tried to bring his son out there. It just
Mm.
was. It looked corny. It looked
Mm.
corny. While Pretty Ricky looked cool, even in all of the
Mm-hmm.
fabrics and all of the rhinestones and all of the leather and fur and
Right. The
um,
McDonald's red. It's a lot of
the
red.
things. And
Yeah.
did you know Spectacular's name was Spectacular?
Oh, that's his real
Like
name.
that's his government name. And
Wow.
Baby Blue's name is Diamond,
Mm.
his government name. And so they just are different. They're just
Yeah.
different. They're Miami. And so, yeah, 18 or nothing.
Well, yeah. Spectacular and Baby Blue are brothers. They were sisters. No, they are
They were
real life brothers, though.
okay.
Yeah.
Man,
And
they
then Slickum
cannot
is their
be.
cousin. Yeah.
They are shaped so differently. That sounds mean, but like you usually don't see siblings with such different, such okay. Um,
So Pretty Ricky won.
baby, baby blue. No, that video where it was like a still shot of him and his belly so big, and somebody was like, "I just want to pull down
Oh,
his
pull his
shirt
shirt
in the
down.
front."
We could just
But
pull
I
down his
mean, they
shirt.
told him up. They really told him
Yeah.
up.
And that, I mean, that's the
And
difference. That really kind of reminds me of Locks versus Dipset. I feel
mm-hmm.
like Dipset is more commercially known, but Locks just had that energy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You got that energy, and you got the people behind you, like, and you taking it serious. Then it's like it's different.
and it's a lot to be said about camaraderie.
Yeah.
Like B2K has had public battles with each other. I mean, baby mamas being
Oh
shared and all
yeah.
kinds of
And
things. People
apparently
walking off. Go ahead.
something that I found out. I don't know how true it is. Allegedly, I don't
Uh
know.
oh.
But
Say
J
allegedly
Bud
now.
allegedly don't get us canceled and sued before we even get 1,000
Right.
views up.
Right.
But I'll just say blind item. One of the members had relations with one of the members' mothers.
Mother.
The mother, yeah. So I don't know how true that is, but
I
I was like,
mean,
wow, that's really something. So
it
so
would be
yeah.
hard to stand up there next to I don't know. I hope that ain't true, but you can't put too much past nobody, unfortunately. But yeah, great job,
Yeah.
Pretty Ricky, B2K. Keep your head up. Keep your head up. You went
Mm-hmm.
into it. Lil Fizz put y'all in a trick bag because he shouldn't have been talking so much, making it seem like it was just gonna be the easiest night of y'all life, and it ended up
Right.
being like they look crazy walking away from that. I feel bad because they released new music and it's not bad, but no one's running to it because
I really
of
don't
that
think that you
night.
should. I don't think that you should premiere new music at Versus at all.
Why? Why do you say that?
Because people are coming here for nostalgia purposes. They're coming here for
True.
nostalgia. So you are like you almost like shooting yourself in the foot. It's like, hey, y'all check out our new music. It's like, brother, we don't know this one. We don't know it. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe even either after or before the verses, you should then put it out because people still got eyes on you. But during, don't do that.
Right. Yeah.
And you're trying to win. You're trying to win over all of these people. They not. You're losing them. So yeah, and that could be a
And
cold record.
it's something to know about when your time has passed also.
Hmm.
Um like B2K and Pretty Ricky. Like you don't hear Pretty Ricky putting out new music. They know where
Right. They in their
when
bag.
it
They got they right.
when they were at their prime.
Hmm.
Um and that's not, I don't know. I just think B2K, like clearly y'all were not as close as you were putting on. Like they are super media trained. Even at the end, they kept messing up. It did feel like Pretty Ricky's music was being played louder and it just like hit
Mm.
harder.
Hmm. Hmm.
And when the B2K music was coming on, it
Not as
was like
loud.
crescendoing and like
Hmm.
it just wasn't the same. And it's at the end, Omarion was upset about it.
Hmm.
Um, and he was like, let's go. And then they all
Hmm.
like follow behind him. And I'm like, okay, yeah, cool. But you look like you're taking your ball and going home. When
Hmm.
honestly,
Hmm.
after the fifth round, you probably could have done that and
Right.
saved yourself a lot of more embarrassment. But then they
Yeah.
had Raz B come out there and give his testimony. I'm like, y'all really just drowning
Yeah.
and looking for sympathy points. My boys went out bad, but great job, Pretty Ricky. Nothing but a number. Love like honey. I mean, some of their B sides
I was about to
are.
say. I feel like a lot of people's critique was too many deep cuts. What are y'all doing? Too many deep cuts.
B2K, right?
Hmm.
But B2K didn't have, but let's see, girlfriend, got to be what a girl wants, why I love you, bump, bump, bump. So that's 7 songs that there were videos to and that were kind of mainstream songs. To Pretty Ricky's Grind on Me, Your Body,
What what was after your body?
on the
Keep going.
hotline, on the hotline.
Hmm.
Um, those were the mainstream songs. So wow, they had less mainstream songs than B2K, and still like Juicy was not, Shorty Be Mine, no, Love Like Honey, no, Nothing But a Number, no, Get You Right, no, uh, Make It Like It Was, Stay, Late Night Special. All of those were just like things that were on the album, but we loved it. I feel like there was a homecoming, a high school homecoming, where I know Nothing But a Number was on repeat in my little Saturn SL2, my 2002 Saturn.
Not the
Okay.
O2 Saturn.
Oh, two.
Uh,
Yeah.
but I also feel like they had a they I don't remember Pretty Ricky like the third album in 2009. I remember Blue Stars, that was their initial, and then Late Night Special. Cuz
Yeah,
I feel
most
like
of this stuff that they played was on those 2 albums.
right, exactly. Yeah. I don't know. I think sequencing is also a thing too about when you actually play these songs. But also I think the biggest lesson of it all um is self-awareness. You have to have self-awareness. Pretty Ricky is
You
in a
should.
bag because they know exactly who they're singing to.
Mm-hmm.
They know exactly what's going on. I feel like
Yeah.
B2K is like Nick, and this is how you can end up as like the old person saying back in my day because you're not self
Uh-huh.
aware.
Just
You're not self aware.
unaware
Yeah, you're
of
very
how you coming
unaware.
off.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of selfish too. Like there was, say what you want about Pretty Ricky, but they perform to their crowd.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
B2K is more about performing amongst themselves, right? So there's choreo, there's
Yeah.
all of this. There was one girl, I don't know if you saw the moment where it was a girl in the front with B2K. She had on her stuff and like she was clearly there to support B2K.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Spectacular went over to her and was like, "They ain't saying nothing to you all night."
That's
Like
crazy.
and yeah, like and you front and center, and you might
That's
be
insane.
able to help them as they lay on the ground gasping for air if they just dedicate a
Right.
moment to you.
Mm-hmm.
And they, I mean, Pretty Ricky stole that from them.
Mm.
So I don't know. It was a long night for B2K. I
Long
wonder how
night.
they. I know there was a post show. I didn't watch it. I keep seeing it come across my algorithm with Omarion and I think it was Pleasure, like a post show, like a post interview. But I I should have watched it coming into this. But I would love to know what Omarion had to say about the night. I imagine he has steam and blood coming out of his ears. So there's that. He was at the BET Awards though.
I feel like every time we cover a versus, our next question is like, do we need verses anymore? But then they keep popping up. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna watch that one.
I'm gonna always watch them. I'm gonna
Okay.
watch
I
them as
kind of
long
feel
as
you
they
on that.
doing them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I think it's still a cool concept. I just think that during COVID, when everyone was watching it, it was more of a conversation. Like it's
Yeah.
people that aren't finding out about these verses until the day of when they see people, they see social media talking about it. It's just not as um like polarizing anymore. But I haven't been the one before this was Tank and Tyrese.
Yeah.
That one was cool. I mean, I will watch them. I'm gonna watch them. But they can. It's almost like where do they go next? Like B2K
Yeah.
and Pretty Ricky. That probably wasn't the best matchup either. So a good question. Who do you think would have been a better battle for B2K?
A better battle for B2K. They said on social media probably like the Cheetah Girls or like B5.
That's not. Although my sister used to love her some B5. Okay. Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. I
Or
feel like
even
B2K and Pretty Ricky is a pretty even match. I would say
the
so.
kind of music though, the kind of music. Like maybe even Day 26. I think Day 26 and Pretty Ricky would have been a better matchup.
Really? I thought you was gonna say Day 26 and B2K.
Just because of the kind of music, like you can't come out with I need a girlfriend, I need a girlfriend versus like I can make it juicy for you. Like what? Like we are on different planets here.
Oh my god.
So if the tone is sex, let's make it,
it's funny because Willie said he Day 26 would have mopped the floor with both of them. Pretty Ricky or B2K.
I think it would have been more competitive if they were against Pretty Ricky. And B2K, maybe like an immature. Or
immature.
Yeah. But I know there's history there. I don't know if they're on good terms.
I don't know.
The Chris Stokes connection to both groups. But they were out of their league. B2K was unfortunately out of their league. And no one 25 years ago would have thought that.
Yeah.
You know. But
I don't know. I think
Pretty Ricky's music.
I still feel like Pretty Ricky was the underdog. And they just took it though, you know?
Pretty Ricky was for sure the underdog. But if you listen to both catalogs and you're honest, you'll say that Pretty Ricky's music just has more like lasting value than B2K's.
Yeah. It's definitely edgier for sure.
Correct.
For sure.
Correct.
For sure edgier. Yeah. So that happened.
That did happen. And, you know, prayers to both groups. Prayers to Slick 'em High.
Yeah.
I didn't like that Omarion did that.
He did come back. He came back and said, I don't pay attention to nothing but my kids. I'm paraphrasing, and he was like, prayers to Slickum or whatever the case. Essentially saying he didn't know about him.
You
But
believe that?
I don't know, but I will say social media is undefeated because they was like, nah, Pretty Rick. If somebody from Pretty Ricky would have said, where's April?
Where's
Where's Chris
April?
Stokes?
Where is Chris Stokes? Raz? How you doing over there, Raz?
Specifically you, Raz.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Then now everybody would have been fighting. Now it's the whole thing.
Right.
Y'all, you can't
Now
tell me how to
like,
react.
who was that? That was Bone Thugs and 36 Mafia.
3-6.
Remember they got into a little scuffle up there.
I want to
Rest in
rewatch
peace,
that one
Gangsta
actually.
Boo.
Yeah, I want to rewatch that one. Yeah.
Yeah. I would love to go back to some of those like early ones. The first ones when, the Wi-Fi wasn't quite Wi-Fi.
I was about to say, and it was only on Instagram Live. That's the only place that you could watch it.
And
Gucci
people sitting in their car. Oh,
I remember when Gucci and Jeezy happened. Hey, listen, when Gucci and Jeezy happened, I think it was Lil Duval. He said, "I'm waiting by the emergency exit by my house in my house because it's about to go down. I gotta leave."
Yeah, man, that was scary. I remember like my heart. I
a lot of tension there.
At that time, I can just visualize myself standing on the floor like, "Am I about to see a murder? Is someone about to get shot?" Woo!
Yeah, very tense. Yeah. That's how you know it's real. It was very real.
What Jeezy kept saying, I'm gonna tell you one thing. I'll tell you one thing.
Tell you one thing. Woo! The amount of self-control. Wow.
One day we should do like versus moments. Like our favorite
that's
versus
a good
moments.
one. I like that. Yeah.
Okay,
I like
put that in the notes. We'll come back to that.
All
but
right,
yeah, versus
that's a good one.
It was cool. Black music for the blacks.
Yes.
Black teens.
Specifically for the
yesteryear.
blacks. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So that was on Thursday or Friday? That was on Thursday.
That was Thursday.
And then moving through the weekend, we had the BET Awards, but before the BET Awards, there was a Tiny Desk. By who?
Bow Wow. And it was so
Moss,
good.
aka Bow Wizzle. Yes, Breath Control is amazing. One thing about those artists back then, you know what I'm saying? They were about their craft, some rise cream of the crop and everything like that. But yeah, Bow Wow is a real legend out here. All of his songs, not all of his songs, but some very popular ones, Like You, Fresh as I'm Is, even early Bow Wow. Yeah, that's
all
fire.
I wanna do is see you. That was, I loved me some Bow Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
what can you say?
Sometimes with Tiny Desk, like I get nervous about people performing with bands that don't, you just don't see that often. They're usually performing with like a track in the background. But I thought his band was amazing. I think he did great. Bow Wow can sometimes jump off the deep end with like
do-rags.
Who?
Oh,
he did at the end say go Bow Wow do-rag. And he had it. That was cute. But sometimes he has an inflated, personality. And I think it was just enough time for him not to quite get into like the. He did have a moment where he said, "After all these years, I still can't find nobody."
Right.
And it's like, you mean to tell me nobody is fresh as you, Bow Wow? Right.
Brother Shad.
What are you talking about?
Wait a second.
But I thought it was great that they tied it in with the BET Awards also, to have something for us to watch leading into the start of the show.
Because they didn't have any pre-shows this
year.
They
didn't.
No pre-shows. No red carpet.
But it's weird because they did something. Obviously, maybe it was the day before they did something where people were performing. Because I saw that Carisha performed at
Right.
something BET related over the
Right.
weekend. So
Right.
they did something, but they didn't show it
Mm-hmm.
leading into the BET Awards. But like, and I know we're gonna talk about the BET Awards, but I think they were done really well this year. Um, but Tiny Desk performances in June, because it's Black Music Month, they typically um, designate the entire month to Black performers.
Yeah.
Um, and so some of the other performances in the month of June, they started out with Floetry,
Yes.
which I enjoyed that one. You know, they don't really do a lot together anymore.
No.
We know Floetry
They
broke
did go on tour
up
though.
for a
Hello.
while, and
Recession
yeah, they
indicator.
back now. Correct. Correct. They are back. Do you remember Amanda Seals being in Floetry?
Yes. After the flow assist was not in there no more. Mm-hmm. With that cap that was like right here.
I always thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
What a life, Amanda Seals.
Amanda
All
Seals.
over
Yeah. I
the
mean,
place.
on Insecure. Wait, was on My Brother and Me from back in the
My
day.
brother and me. Yes.
A-
Yes, she
Yeah.
was.
Alfie. Goo Punch. I don't know. I don't know if his name was Alfie, but Goo Punch. That used to be
It
my show.
was
I used to
something
love
like
that.
that.
Yeah.
And I think they only had like 8 episodes or something. Something crazy like
Iconic.
that.
Iconic.
They did the thing in just a short amount of time. But Floetry was great. I enjoyed watching that. Gina, I'm not familiar with her. Um, she is
Oh, that's another person who got
they
a tiny desk.
Tiny Desk, fresh and
Okay.
funky set of cosmic R&B. Not
All
familiar with
right.
the young lady.
No.
Arya Starr was also someone I've heard the name. A Nigerian pop star delivers Afro fusion grooves, dreamy soundscapes, and high energy rhythms with a stellar band. I'm gonna go back to that because I've heard her name a lot, but I just am not familiar.
Okay.
Um, there was also Joe.
Polarizing Joe. I like the tiny desk. Even if I saw the vein, it's okay. It's all right.
That's what he was doing. I tried. I got through it.
But it's
I
not one of
was
your favorites.
It was not one of my favorites. I was distracted by the jacket he was wearing, and then the whiteness of his teeth.
Those are
You know how I feel about the whiteness. It's too white.
it's too white.
It doesn't work.
Okay.
Doesn't work. But I mean, you thought it was great.
I liked
What
it.
did you think was great about it?
The selection of songs that were really good. I really liked
Okay.
I think he did do Faded Pictures. He did do More and More.
Hmm.
Those are some of my favorite Joe songs. So yeah.
Yeah, he did. Good Girls. I want to know all the
I wanna
things your man
know
won't do. I mean,
all
he
the
got some
things.
hits. He got some
Yeah.
hits.
Joe Thomas.
He just seems like he needs to put the brown liquor down. The Paradox. I'm not familiar
Yeah.
with the Paradox. Are
They
you?
got really big on TikTok. They got really, really big
Okay.
on TikTok. And then Travis Barker, Blink 182, like played drums for them or gave them an opportunity, shot their music video or something like that, which was
Mm.
really, really amazing. And on NPR's website, it said the Paradox is in the business of bringing rock and roll back to the originators. Correcto, the originators. Chuck
Yes.
Berry, come on here.
Black music in so many different forms.
So many different forms. Yeah, I love pop punk. I actually do need to check out this their Tiny Desk. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I will, but tell me how
And
it
that's
was.
okay. It's okay.
It's okay. That's okay.
Okay.
There was also Eve. This was a good
How you
week.
do that?
Eve and A Ball, A Ball and MJG in one week. Eve is just beautiful still.
Yeah, she's just
Um,
glowing.
yes, she looked like
That's
her
because
man
she's
is a billionaire.
Right. She's not worried about the problems of the U.S. like we all are. Jesus Christ.
No, she is a mate. But I think she did great with her performances, even for someone who is not like Eve is not in music anymore.
Yeah.
She's not touring or anything, but she looked great. She sounded better. So I was happy to see that one.
Mm-hmm.
A Ball and MJG. Look at Ball up there, looking half of the size that we used to seeing him look.
Right.
And my partner is big on the Southern rap.
Okay.
And so he was all about this A Ball and MJG one. I can't say that outside of their big hits, I
Mm-hmm.
know a lot about their catalog, but go on ahead, black men, taking care of yourselves and still
I
performing.
love I love to see older rappers. I love to see our rappers get older, play with their
Yes.
grandkids, all of that stuff. That's wonderful.
Yes.
Love that.
And still together.
Still together.
Fred Hammond
Yes,
was
sir.
amazing. I feel like he was here yesterday.
Yeah, Country Club Amphitheater, him and Marvin Sapp.
Yep. That would
Mm-hmm.
have been a great show to see. I think
Till my mama was there.
uh that's who I saw. That was your mama post the video. Yes. I mean, she
I
just
called her this
did.
morning. I said, "Hey, man, how you doing?" She said, "I'm doing good." She was like, "I went to see Fred Him." I said, "I know I saw your live." She was like, "Don't be clocking me."
She was outside. I know that was probably really nice though. I'm sure they put on a great show.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I've never been to a show at the amphitheater in Country
I've
Club
been to one.
Hills.
I've seen Kiki White when she was doing karaoke, and then I saw somebody else. It was somebody. It was from an artist from here. Getting more
Hmm.
money than you, T.L. Williams. He had an
Oh,
amazing show. He had a way better show than Kiki White. Jeez. And getting more money than you was the only song I knew. But the way that he performed every other song, you felt like, oh, I could get with this. Okay, hold up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a Chicago classic.
Oh, definitely a Chicago class. I remember I asked my dad. I was like, Pops, what's that song? I was like, and I was singing. I was like, getting more money. He said, did you just make that up? He said, what? It sounded like an old song. It sounded like
No,
it got that old school flavor.
you got to drop that right here. Because I don't feel like that is a song that is globally known, and
You
it
don't think
should
so?
be.
Yeah, maybe not. Yeah,
Yeah, put it
Steppers
on
love
in
that
there.
song.
Yes, they do. But Fred Hammond, back to Fred Hammond, he did great. Hits, hits,
Hits.
tons and
That's
tons.
just
He
and
could
that's
have
just
been up
Fred
there.
Hammond hits. That's not even really commission hits.
No, it's
I just
not.
recently got into commission. Did you listen to commission?
No, but I'm familiar with who they
Okay,
are and the fact that it was like
a super group.
some of the biggest, right? Some of the biggest names in gospel together as a group at one point.
And then
Wild.
not only that, they were godfathers. Literally, you can hear their sound in like Jodeci, Boyz II Men. Literally, they are. Commission is the
Uh,
blueprint for '90s R&B. So everybody talk about '90s R&B was like the golden era of R&B. Commission was
mm-hmm.
at the blueprint of it. Yeah, so
Jeez.
it's crazy. That's
So
crazy.
Fred Hammond was great. His daughter was behind him singing. She looked just like him. I didn't know that was his daughter.
Yeah.
She did a great job. Shabuzi, which
And then we got Bow Wow. We got that was really good. We
oh
could skip
dang, we
past
just gonna skip Shabuzi.
wow we
Shabuzi.
talk. I'm sorry, yeah, you go ahead. You talk about Shabuzi if you want to.
I don't have too much to say
I
about
have nothing.
Shabuzi. So yeah, and then they brought it all together with Bow Wow
With Bow
and leading
Wow.
into the BET Awards, and we already talked about how great that was. So Tiny Desk, great job. Continue to do this. Don't just reserve our Black artists for June, and they don't.
They
But I
don't.
always look
No.
forward to June because I feel like they bring out big names
They do.
during June. Like throughout the other parts of the year, it's almost like they are finding some of the smaller artists or up and coming artists.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I think in June they do a really good job of highlighting different types of music.
Mm-hmm.
Because like half of these folks, I'm gonna go visit their catalogs
Mm-hmm.
because I
They
saw
were
them
on
on the
Tiny
Tiny
Desk.
Desk, and I think
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's
That's
what
the whole
they're
point
going
of it.
for,
Mm-hmm.
exposure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Shout out to NPR and Tiny Desk. Call us.
Call us so we can do a live podcast. The first live
Yeah.
podcast, Tiny Desk.
Right. Why not?
I'm
Think
cool with
big.
that. Yeah, that's
Yep.
funny. So yeah, Tiny Desk. Then so after Bow Wow's Tiny Desk, then we do go into the BET Awards.
Mm-hmm.
Before we talk about the whole thing, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give it this year?
I'd give it an 8.5 out of
Eight and a
10.
half.
Yes.
That's cool.
I thought it seemed like this year they made a focus to make it more of an upscale event.
The
Like
last couple
even just
years.
the way people were dressed,
Mm-hmm.
um, was it felt like a true award ceremony and not just
Mm-hmm.
like a concert.
Mm-hmm.
And
Something that's
I saw
going
something
on.
on social media that
Mm-hmm.
they were looking for seat fillers, and they did have requirements as far as attire, in
Mm.
order to be chosen as a seat filler or whatever. So sometimes I feel like that eliminates riffraff. Like people are less
Mm.
prone to cut
Mm-hmm.
up
Mm-hmm.
when they got
Mm-hmm.
on, they got their shit
The tuck,
on, you know.
right. Cummerbund.
Right,
They said
right.
save that for the hip hop awards, okay?
Yeah. But they got rid of the hip hop awards, didn't they? I think
Did
so.
they? That's sad.
Yeah.
Used to love the hip
Yeah,
hop
I mean,
awards.
when they had Fat Joe being the host, that told me all I needed to know. But they also had Drewski as the host,
Yeah.
for the BET Awards. How do you think Drewski did this year?
I think that he did pretty decent. I was a little confused the last 45 minutes to an hour. I was like, okay, so where is he at again? Like, why is he not? I feel like one of the things that really kind of took the air out of the room was Kiki Palmer still in that mic, and it was like this should have been my gig, and
Mm-hmm.
somebody on Twitter was like, yeah, so like the whole audience shouldn't have like felt felt the need to go up that easily if Drewski was doing such a good job. Like,
Right.
it's one thing to say it, but it's another thing to have everybody behind you like, yeah, you know what, you're right,
Yeah. Am I wrong to think that, like, I do feel like that moment happened and then we didn't see him for a while.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
so
That's what I
maybe there was something that was like, let's give them less of Drewski because maybe it's not landing the way that we intended it to
Mhm.
land. Like, I think there doesn't matter what award ceremony it is. When you have comedians there, some of their stuff will land, some of it won't.
Yeah.
Right? And Drewski is very um palatable for some and not palatable for others. Right?
Mhm.
And who cares about the others? This ain't about y'all.
Mhm.
This is what they kept
Mhm.
calling it, culture's biggest night.
Culture's biggest
Um
night.
so this is what we like. And I think Drewski is funny. I would have liked to see, and we talked about this, I think we annually now are watching the BET Awards together at
Right.
somebody's house, which I just love.
Right.
So we were together watching this last night to all of
Yeah.
the listeners or whatever, but going into it, we were saying that it seemed like Drewski was going to take bits and pieces of different skits that he's done.
That he done, right.
And I would have liked him to do more of that. Like he said it, he came in as the pastor, which we know was one of his like super
More
viral
controversial.
videos.
Yeah, for sure.
Controversial and viral.
And viral, yeah.
Skits. And I wanted him to like, do them all. I think that would have, he had the moment where he dressed like Jay-Z. He was out there with Ice Cube and that was cool or whatever. But I don't feel like I think he just scratched the surface of what he's capable of doing. Like
I
the
agree.
thing risky is the costumes, like the settings, all of the stuff that he does is like, who got time for this? Like he's sitting
Mhm.
there. Who let him come into their church? Who let him come into their airport? Like all of this stuff. I wanted more of the stuff that we love him for.
Yeah.
And less of him like kind of doing stand up ish.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um,
Like crowd work and stuff. I will
yeah,
say,
crowd.
I think that like with him being the youngest host, I don't know if BET gave him free reign for real, for real. You know,
Yeah,
so I wonder if that was he kind of felt like his hand was kind of tied a little bit, but at the same time, he's like, well, I mean, it's the BET Awards. I'm the youngest host. I just want to go
right.
ahead and I want to go ahead and do it, you know.
Yeah,
But I don't think I don't. It didn't live up to all of its potential that it could have been. Could have
yeah,
been. Could have been
I
records.
agree. And
Yeah.
in the
So
past, BET has like had hosts for multiple years. So I wonder if he'll get
oh,
more
like the same host for
opportunities.
the. Okay, got you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
remember
yeah.
it was
Like
Monique
Kevin
for a
Hart.
while. It was
Yeah.
Kevin Hart. It was the
Mm-hmm.
Smiths.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember who
Jamie
else, but
Foxx.
Jamie Foxx did it for a few years.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
a
so
good
I wonder
point.
if he will have more shots at it.
Yeah, that's a good point. My hot take, I know you ain't asked if I had a hot take, but I do got one.
Let's hear
One
it.
we were talking about yesterday. I love Miseducation of Lauren Hill. However, and the Fugees.
Dang, you just jumped there. Come on with it. Come on
I
with it.
figure if we here, we already here.
We here.
But do we think that an album that was released in 97, 98 is
98.
enough
Yes.
for maybe not even a lifetime achievement award? I'm just saying, but I don't want to say like to give the respect to this person, Lauren Hill. I'm not saying that we
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't respect and honor her, but I'm just like, I don't know. That's why it's called a hot take. Um,
Um,
is it
so you
enough
obviously don't think that. What is your point of view of
to be
this?
considered a legend? Is one album and like work with the Fugees? Is that enough?
I do think it's
You do
enough.
think it's enough?
Because, and maybe I didn't say this yesterday, so don't think I'm phony.
Yeah, because you
This is
flip flopping right
authentic.
now. No.
I be flip flopping sometimes. No, I think that she submitted herself through a great piece of art, right? Like she was an actress, she did the Apollo thing, and then she came out with her debut album, and there was
Hmm.
like that came out in '98.
Hmm.
I was most connected to it probably in 2008, 2009. So just
Decade
that
later, yeah.
span
Uh-huh.
for it to still be something that people are going to
Hmm.
huge. You put it on now. I love like the interludes in between songs
For
because
sure.
that
Love.
alone that alone has not changed, but it's also something that people need to hear.
Yeah. It's
Um,
timeless music, for sure.
I think the content of her music was amazing at that time. She a real one fish, two fish
Yeah.
kind of person. And if you don't know what that means, it's kind of like that one fish, two fish is when Brian put his glasses down like that. Yes. A message.
Message.
There's a message in everything that she does and says and how she dressed, and she's just very, very deep. She did movies. She did performances. I am not in love with her as a live performer.
Hmm.
Just because I think her there's so much going on in her brain that it's like
Yeah.
hard to really settle in with something. But I do think she deserves it. And if BT don't get it to her, give it to
Then
her. The
who?
Grammy show ain't. Even though she dominated, right? At the Grammys, Lauryn Hill.
Yeah, for her debut, she got like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but I 8-time Grammy Award winner. Um
Wow.
for Yeah, she got album of the year in '99, best new artist, best R&B album, female R&B vocal performance for do Wop That Thing, best R&B songs. So I don't think she's ever going. She's someone that sits in the middle. And so BT, we have to honor our legends that
Mm-hmm.
we can while they're
Mm-hmm.
here.
Mm-hmm.
And so I didn't have a problem with them giving her icon status. Is that
Yeah,
what the award actually was? What did
I'm
they
not sure
call
the
it?
exact name.
Yeah. Um, but some of the folks that were a part of her tribute were
Doja Cat,
performing
Doechii and
Ready or
SZA.
Not. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
SZA and Doechii. Tierra Whack
That was
and
a good one
Tim's did Fuji La.
with the
Her
big cap.
daughter, nothing but Cap.
Nothing but cap.
Um, Sayla, her daughter, Sayla,
Yes.
performed Miss Education of Lauryn Hill, which I don't think her daughter does music.
Mm-hmm.
And so I know that probably was just for them as a mother daughter.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I know
yeah.
they had some issues in the past, child, because Sayla
Oh,
was
did.
telling everybody that Lauren beat her.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, I
Okay.
remember that. So
Okay.
full circle moment. There she is, highlighting her mama. Doja Cat and Nas did Superstar and If I Ruled the
Yeah.
World, which Nas, I mean, what a man. What a man. YG Marley, who is that her nephew?
Don't give me the line.
That's her son. One of them Marleys. He did Turn Your Lights Down Low. Lizzo and Rhapsody did Do Wop That Thing, which Lizzo, this is what you need to be doing. Come on back to
There you go.
us.
Mm-hmm.
Come on back. Right? We love you. You have a great voice. We know that you got out there. You got them big budgets.
Mm-hmm.
You got attached to the YTs in a way that made you have to almost like be performative.
Mm-hmm.
Um and we just appreciate your talent. Like if you would have bust out the flute, we love that.
Yeah,
We
she has a
we
lot
you
of
had a
talent.
French roll.
Mm-hmm.
You had a French roll and it didn't look
Mm-hmm.
bad.
Mm-hmm.
And just come here, let us love on you a little bit. Let us build you
Mm-hmm.
back up
Mm-hmm.
so that you don't like somebody like Lizzo who has all these monster songs that
Mm-hmm.
you call target music or uh
Old Navy
I
music.
Old Navy music. I think she needs some more flavor to her now.
Mm-hmm.
Cause
Mm-hmm.
have you been following the stuff with her most recent album?
Well, I know it sold like what 2,700 copies or something.
Right.
27,000? 2,700?
I think it was 100.
2,700. Yeah.
I think it was 100. And so obviously she needed a little help. So I think performing in this and giving some flowers to somebody like Lauryn Hill can help her.
Mm-hmm.
And Rhapsody, I love Rhapsody. I mean, I
Yeah.
think she always looks great. She always sounds great. So they did Do Wop That Thing together. Zion, the Zion, for to Zion, performed to
YG
Zion.
Marley is also Lauryn Hill's son as well.
Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
she had two with the Marley, well, three with the Marley, son, I believe. And Marching to Zion, which was also part of that song. So he performed that. This young lady, nobody, they didn't put a bottom third for Alexia J, who was the young lady that sang "Killing Me Softly." Remember, we was wondering like, who is that? You said
Yeah, the lower
they
third.
need
Okay, yeah,
lower
gotcha.
thirds. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
need
yeah,
lower
yeah,
thirds for this. She
yeah.
sounded beautiful, but
Oh
nobody knew. I
yeah.
didn't.
Yeah,
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 I didn't know who she
yeah.
was.
So her
So I'm
name is
interested to
Alexia
know
J.
Alexia J with
Okay.
two Y's.
Okay, JAA.
Um,
Okay, cool. Yeah, yeah,
JA. So she did great, and then they closed out with Queen Latifah and Common doing Lost Ones.
yeah. It sounded just right.
It was perfect. Oh yeah, and they opened up the tribute with a group called War and Treaty, which includes
Yes.
Tanya Trotter, who was Tanya Blunt, who
Yes.
was in
Sister Act
Sister
2.
Act 2,
Yeah.
that sang "Eye on the Sparrow," and that
Yeah.
to me was the blackest moment of the night because we all know
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that his eye is on the sparrow,
And it is on
and
the Sparrow.
he watches over me. I don't know about you,
Over
but he
me.
does.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Classic
but
movie.
she sounded great. I don't was that her husband? It was her. It was a piano
Yeah,
player that
it's a
was also a vocalist,
husband and wife
husband wife
duo.
duo.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so that was great. And like just the moment of like we were introduced to her. Some people were introduced to her from like Showtime at the Apollo, but the wider audience was introduced to Lauryn Hill through Sister Act 2. And she grew into this huge mega star. But that His Eyes on the Sparrow is like um, a moment that I think we knew. I don't know if I knew she would be as big as she was, but she was singing, and the choir and the concert are out. Okay, according to her mama, but she
Right.
made it there. Sister Act 2, a great film. I would love to go through that one day. Maybe we could talk about that on the
Yes.
NCR.
Yes, yes. I love that.
But it wouldn't be Lauryn Hill if she didn't get her behind up there and finish off
There you
the
go.
performances. So she did. She performed X Factor.
Mm-hmm.
And what else? I think she did something
Let's
else.
see.
I don't remember exactly what it was. Sorry, guys. Did you find something?
Comic kills me softly, and during her speech, I do this because I love y'all. I fight
Oh
for
yeah, the
y'all.
speech. She gave the speech. Which
Oh, everything is
we can be
everything.
honest. Oh yeah, that was a good one. Um, the speech, Lauren can sometimes be real one fish, two fish. And she was getting into her bag a little bit and she lost me. But I do know that a lot of people did have a connection to what she was saying. Um, and so, preach on, sister. Preach
Yeah,
on.
yeah, yeah. Lauren Hill.
Lauren Hill.
Yeah, yeah. It isn't like I was sorry. I was looking on Twitter, a little unrelated, but they was talking about how like Jerry Seinfeld, he was talking to, I think it was Howard Stern, and he could have gotten another season of Seinfeld, and they want to give him like $110 million, and he was like, the relationship between the audience and us as Seinfeld, the show and everything, it was like white hot. He was like, I want to leave when it was hot. I don't want to, because he was like,
Right.
sometimes you be watching a comedian and an hour they're good, an hour 30 you're like, okay, I'm a little tired.
Like
You know what I'm saying?
I ain't need all this.
They
Yeah.
ain't need all that, and that's why I kind of felt like her speech was kind of like, okay, all right,
Like we get it, girl. You
yeah,
did that.
yeah,
You
you
did
did,
that.
and we proud of you.
Now,
We giving you an award, actually. Yeah, we
now
done.
go
Yeah,
sit
we done did
down.
all of this stuff. Yeah, so yeah, BET
But I'm okay with her
Awards.
performing, but I think
Yeah,
she may have
yeah,
talked a little bit too long.
yeah.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
for the way the night was going. But I don't know what it feels like to have a moment truly dedicated to you in that way. So she probably had all of the feels, right? Her kids are up there performing. Greats are up there singing your song. So you get to feeling yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
So that was the Lauryn Hill tribute. On how many no cap recaps would you give that out of 5?
The tribute, the tribute was actually really nice. I give it a 4. I give it a 4 out of 5.
I say the same, a 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5 is good.
Yeah. T.I. opened the show.
Our legends getting older. We love to see it. 20
yes,
foes.
I think it was the show was bookend amazingly. It started great, ended great. He came out with Top Back. Did he do 20 foes?
Oh no, I'm sorry. It was Top Back.
Yeah, it was Top Back. Top Back, and then he went into Let 'Em Know. And Let 'Em Know is obviously hot as fish grease right now for him. And I heard his album is really good. I haven't listened to it yet.
Oh, it came out already.
I believe it's out.
Okay. Nice.
But T.I. looks great, sounds great still. At his age to still be putting out, like, I like Let 'Em Know. He had King up there with him, which I think the allure of T.I. is that, yes, while he's an amazing rapper with amazing songs, he is just as much in his family's life, and they are a united front.
Yeah, they are.
When it comes to all of the things. So I know they're going through court still right now with the OMG girls.
The OMG girls
and
the OMG dolls.
They obviously got into a little back and forth with 50 not too long ago. But they are all on one accord.
Yeah, they are.
Even the baby.
Yeah.
Eris. Cause she doing her thing too.
Yeah.
So T.I., Cardi's performance. How'd you feel about Cardi?
Cardi's performance, it was cool. It was cool. I was actually really surprised that they didn't have like Carisha, because I feel like that's a song of the summer.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason.
And when she came out, they played her song. She was giving away an award.
They stopped the song. They were still singing it.
The crowd sang the whole thing. So that has to feel good if you're her.
Yeah. You did it by yourself without JT,
Right. Right. So congrats to her.
Yeah.
Other performances of the night, I know we had
really like
French
Kehlani.
Montana and Max B. Oh, really Kehlani.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Kehlani. Kehlani looks great. I think she sounds great. Obviously, Folded is one of the biggest songs out still right now, and it came out a while ago. But yeah, Jamie Foxx was playing the piano behind her,
and his daughter was playing the guitar.
No, she wasn't. No, she wasn't. She was playing the guitar like how I would be playing if I was playing the guitar. She did the exact same thing I would have been doing. Crying. And I'm just, if we could talk about it for a moment, I'm tired of him dragging her around. Like, girl, if your daddy is Jamie Foxx, clearly you got the key to the city, right?
Got the key to the city. Him and his other daughter actually hosted a show together, the Shazam show.
What I don't get, and Lord forgive me if I'm stepping in something that ain't my business, but if her whole thing is like she's mysterious and she's hiding behind this hair, why are you up on the stage with him playing the guitar?
It sounds like more his idea than hers.
She grown, ain't she?
I mean, yeah, but you know how your parents could be sometimes, or whatever the case. I don't know.
It's hard to know. Does she have the gift? Or is she just being propped up?
Yeah, I don't know. Guitar is one of those. Guitar is one of those instruments where it's like if you carry it around, people just automatically think you know how to play guitar. You know,
As a guitarist yourself,
I ain't no guitarist. I ain't gonna claim that thing. I'm working on
is
it.
it,
I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to. That's why my hands look like this right now because I be trying to figure it out. I be trying to figure it out.
you be popping strings?
I popped one string, bro. I was upset. Oh my god, I was so upset.
Ooh.
It was a rookie mistake. It was so dumb because I had a capo on. Y'all don't know what that is. Just a thing for the guitar, so you don't have to like switch keys. Usually, a lot of singers use it, so they don't have to like sing as high or whatever. And I'm like, these are totally out of. And then pop. I said, oh,
Oh, so what do you have to do? Because as someone who used to be in the band,
yeah, okay,
I played the oboe, so I'm
okay,
familiar with like if your reed break,
yeah,
you kind of SOL. Like you have to
yeah,
get a new one, and it's not
yeah,
great to have a brand new one when you
yeah. It
have a
got to be
solo.
worn in
I
a little
had to
bit.
learn. I had to learn that the hard way. And actually,
Mm.
friend of the show, Arlita, was the
Arlita,
reason why
that's funny. We got
my
to get back.
reed.
We got to get her back on to explain this. Explain this story.
No, her big head. She was in line in front of
Oh,
me, and we was walking in with our instruments, and she did something, and her head went back, hit my reed. I was like, "Oh,
oh
what are we
my
gonna
god.
do?" And I had to like get the band instructor's attention.
Mm-hmm.
He had, I mean, of course, he have them like in his office,
Right.
and they wasn't cheap. I used to be
Yeah.
so
Even
jealous
back
of the
then.
clarinet folks
Uh huh.
because their reeds used to be like $2. Mine used to be like $8.
Oh wow. You ain't trying to mess that up.
And no, not on the day of the concert.
No,
But
not on the concert.
anywho, instrumentation, that baby is not playing that. She is not playing that guitar. We didn't hear, don't lie. We were sitting there listening for it. She's not playing it. So, Jamie, we don't need it. We don't need it. We love
Don't
you.
need
And
it.
we love your kids by
Yeah.
proxy.
Yeah.
So just yeah, I don't know.
My thing is just learn the
Um
guitar. It doesn't take a lot. It doesn't take a lot to be for people to be like, whoa, if you playing. Oh, you
and
gotta
we're not expecting you to stand up here
yeah.
and be Santana.
All right, right, right. You play a couple notes, literally a couple notes, and people like, woo, that girl is good, But you do got to turn the
Mhm.
guitar up. Let's turn it up though, so we can hear.
Let's
That's
hear
all we
what you're
saying.
actually
That's all.
playing.
That's all we saying.
Yeah, they had French Montana and Max B and Rick Ross. I know that was your favorite performance of the night.
Ah.
You want to know what's crazy? My mom was like, I like that song. And I was like, what? She
I
was like,
mean,
it's on my playlist.
shout
Okay,
out Max
girl.
B because last year he was in jail. This
Yeah.
year he on
That's how you
the.
sound.
That's how he
Sound like-
laugh too. Yeah.
yeah. Baby Keem performed.
Yes, Casino. Not
Um,
Tizo. What's my boy? Don Tolliver. That was a great
Don
performance.
Tolliver.
Yeah, that was a great
Um,
performance.
somebody that was with us who don't know no
Nah,
artist unless it's Anita
who is
Baker or
that
Tony
baby?
Braxton.
Right.
Who is that? Don Tolliver was good. Tim's performed. I think Tim's always looks great. I think she sounds amazing. Um, I'm not a lot of my kids, my students love Tim's.
Hmm.
And maybe I just need to dig deeper into her catalog because
That's
I
all
think
it
I
is.
think I would like it.
Yeah.
Um and then another highlight of the night was the D'Angelo tribute.
Yes. Solid. Duran Bernard, BJ the Chicago Kid. Who else? George Clinton. He was up there doing his own thing, whatever he wanted to
George. Now George.
do.
George was
Sharky.
up there going rogue.
Yeah, he was his. Yeah, he was definitely going rogue. Sharky, he kicked it off. He from Chicago. Chicago's very own guitar player
Who?
and singer. Sharky. He
Okay,
played with
okay, okay.
D'Angelo. He got a Grammy for the Vanguard for that album. But yeah,
Okay.
Chicago's very own. Yeah, D'Angelo tribute was really good too, though. I liked it. I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good with it.
Yeah, I could have stood for it to go longer, and I wanted some bigger names to be a part of it. But I
True.
appreciate D'Angelo, and so I'll take it. One
Yeah.
of the more talked about moments of the night was the Janet Jackson Tiana
Oh,
Taylor
Tiana
moment.
Taylor. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Tiana Taylor got an award that was labeled as Icon of the Year,
Mm-hmm.
which I do
She's done
feel
a
like
lot.
that's appropriate, right?
Yeah,
Like there
yeah.
was a lot of
In the past
internet
year, she's
talk.
done a lot. She's
There was
done
a
a
lot of internet
ton.
talk about like how we calling Tiana Taylor an icon already, but if you read, um, they were saying icon of the year, but I definitely think Tiana's on her way to iconic status, because she does everything. She acts, she
Yeah,
performs, she produces, she
yeah. She
directs.
sings, she dances.
Yeah, she does everything. So like, and that stamp of approval from Janet
Yeah, yeah.
is like something you can't even pay for, right?
No, you
Like,
can't,
obviously,
cause she's
she
not
was
gonna say it.
influenced.
If she does, if she,
Yeah, I mean, we don't see Janet, and somebody pointed out like Janet is on tour right now. So for
wow.
her to be there, she's on tour in Asia. For her to be there, like she wanted to
Yeah, that's a big deal.
give Tiana the stamp,
In
and it's
person.
Janet Jackson.
Yeah,
Like we were
she.
talking last night about Beyonce being there, but like Janet being there is just as big
Yeah, that's
as
huge.
Beyonce being there.
Hmm.
I think.
She influenced K-pop. Truly, what we know as K-pop today, she literally had a big influence on it.
Now, see, I don't
Especially
know
those.
K-pop, but I know you do because of the youngins. I know of it, but I don't like. I don't know. It's not in my
It's not in my
sphere.
purview. Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean K-pop is just is like Korean pop, and if you think about like New
the
Edition, Boyz II Men,
Jabberwockies.
no,
Oh.
no, no, no. New Edition, any black groups essentially, where the bar was high as far as singing and dancing is concerned. I mean, they took from that. You know what I'm saying? Just how like NSYNC and Backstreet Boys took from that, and then they inserted it. But they don't like to give a
Mm-hmm.
lot of credit to black creators. And of course, who does like to give
I'm
credit to black
sure.
creators? Nobody does. But
I'm
yet and
sure
still
they
we
don't.
influence literally everything around the world. But yeah, her songs in the 2000s and stuff were definitely, if you listen to some of this, I will give you a couple examples. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, even like her video, I forget what song that was, but yeah, she had like a little, like a pet, like electronic pet, electronic dog or whatever. And I was like, yeah, that's the future right there. So yeah, she
Mm-hmm.
influenced a lot of stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, and I think Janet too. Like Janet is such a mystery for a lot of people.
Hmm.
And so anything that she when she step out or if she decides like to give, not quite passing the torch, because I wouldn't say that Tiana and Janet occupy the same lane,
Sure.
but the fact that Janet sees the vision of what Tiana Taylor could be, um is huge, and it's something that'll be unforgettable for sure for Tiana. I mean, clearly how she reacted to it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I be believing Tiana. Like I know some people feel like she is dramatic and over the top, but that's why we love her. Like we
Exactly.
met her on a bicycle, with big hair and colorful. So I think
Mm-hmm.
she, she is like every girl's crush and every man's crush, and she still is just doing all the things. So
Yeah.
that was great. I feel great for Tiana. I'm happy she is getting
Yeah.
her flowers from us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of times when people, like, she won a Golden Globe
Yes.
um this year, and like that's, a white award,
Mm-hmm.
which ain't nothing wrong with that, but like I don't think I think many of them are just finding out who Tiana Taylor
Yeah, for
is.
sure.
And we, she's been in our world for a while now. So I'm happy that she hasn't forgotten that we are the ones who
Mm-hmm.
um propped her up and love her so much. And anytime you're getting like a lifetime achievement award or iconic
Yeah.
status or something like that, like that's not anything to be frowned at. And
Yeah.
so she deserves it.
Yeah.
Way to bounce back
Yeah.
from probably things that would have broken many other people. So proud of
Yeah.
Tiana.
Yeah. Shout out to you, TT, friend of the show.
Yes. Um so yeah, that was a BET Awards. I know there were a few other performances, but nothing that really needs to be mentioned here.
Yeah.
But great
It was a
job
good
with
show.
BET. I know they were focused on a lot of influencers this year. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe if we keep on building, we could be at the BET Awards next year.
Yeah, yeah. They had
Yeah,
like Deontay Cal had interviews beforehand, and Lou Young
yeah.
had interviews beforehand, so that's really cool.
Don't
That's
call me
really
white girl.
yeah,
A
Mona,
bunch of
yeah.
them.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Yeah, shout out to Mona. All friends
Mm-hmm.
of the show, by the way. Yeah,
Yes.
so BET Awards, yeah, it was pretty good overall. Our last
What do you
segment
got?
that
What do
we
you give the
can
show? What do you
I
give the
give it a
BET
solid, it
Awards?
was cool, like a 8. I give it a 8.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna give it an 8.5.
8.5. That
Yeah.
was solid.
There's been some rough years in the past, and so this felt like a move in the right direction.
Yeah, it's definitely like an uptick. Yeah, it's
Correct.
getting better and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Um yeah, so music sermon.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was saying earlier in the beginning of the show, they have these like stories that you can add to your story. And so it'll have a prompt. So like day 2 it says share a song you ain't have no business knowing. And I would love to know what song that is for you. I got one. I definitely got one off the top of my
You
head.
start. Go ahead.
Uchi Wally.
Go.
I was not supposed to know what that song
True.
was about at all in my
Neither was
adolescence.
I. Neither was I. You know, as a girl growing up in the R. Kelly era,
Robert
everything,
Sylvester. Yeah, quite literally everything. 12
everything
play.
over there.
Right.
Right. I
Feeling
mean,
on your
just the
booty.
titles alone. The
Just the
titles
titles
alone.
alone. Exactly.
Yeah. Um, I think that, so songs that I had no business listening to.
Explicit
Everything I
songs.
was listening to.
All of Pretty
Everything.
Ricky's catalog. We were
Yeah.
older, but
My
even
my
still.
famous my famous story that my daddy will tell forever is that he got in my car to move it, and Shauna getting some head was like, I had the music
Oh,
loud, and
loud.
like it
That
was
never
a
happens.
CD.
Only here does it happen.
Only here. I turn it up
Exactly.
when I'm pulling into the driveway. I'm not driving around like this.
Right.
Really. Um, and he was like, he got in the car and he was like, I just can't believe you were listening to that music. And I was like, what music? He was like, I heard what they were saying. I'm like,
I got
okay. Can we not
nothing.
talk about this? Yeah.
Right.
So I would say that. I would say that.
That
Yeah.
is so funny. You know what? Okay,
Okay.
since you shared a story, I got a story too.
Come on, you got to. You have to.
So my dad, he had came into my room one time and he was looking for, I don't know exactly what he was looking for, but I had my CD player hooked up to my speakers. It's the whole thing. And at the time I
Yeah.
was listening to Lil Jon's
Analog.
Right, exactly. Analog. I was listening to Lil Jon's Crunk All Stars. That was with
Ubi.
Lovers and Friends. That was like the Crunk Juice. That was the Crunk Juice era, right? So the whole album is hip hop 808s. On this last song, he had featuring Bad Brains, which is like the pioneers of like really like heavy metal rock for black people or whatever. And the chorus goes, why you fucking with May? Stop fucking with May. I'm talking about loud too. So loud. And he was just like, I'm just trying to understand, like, we didn't buy you this album, so
where'd you get this?
Where did you even get this? I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, I borrowed it from somebody. I don't know.
That's hilarious.
I mean, the distortion of the guitars, it was, I mean, it was crazy. It's a crazy.
They're probably like, son, do we need to talk?
Exactly. Why are you wearing so much black? Actually, right. What is going on? No.
Let me see your fingernails. Let me see your nails.
Lil Jon produced for the Yin Yang. Just have a seat there. Lil Jon produced for the Yin Yang Twins, but he wanted to go more experimental with Bad Brains. Then this ain't sounding no better, right?
Right.
Bad Brains.
Yeah, you was invested.
Yeah,
man, that's crazy. I mean, there's plenty of other answers for those. That's just what comes to my mind because I was listening to. We were listening to the things.
Yeah,
we were. I mean, the parental tip drill. Somebody the other day, I think it was at work. We started talking about Uncut. I was like, yeah, Uncut. That was tip drill. It's hard not to think about tip drill video.
Exactly.
And,
it's synonymous with
I ain't
Uncut.
got no panties on.
Where? On the dance floor. Dog, that's so funny. That is hilarious. Who is this marketing to? Yeah, that's funny.
Who are these?
This is another good one. Your favorite sample flip. What's one of your favorite ones? I got one that off the top of my head. I got two.
In honor of who I was listening to
today,
there was plenty on this album.
A lot.
They had A Dream.
Okay.
Which turned into the Mary J. Blige song, A Dream, a simple fantasy. That I don't remember what these sound like. Stay with me.
Stay with me. Yeah, that's a Biggie. One More Chance.
Yeah. Time Will Reveal. I know that turned into a Backstreet song.
Okay.
You remember I Know the God is Real.
Yes, I love that song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one. So those are just some ones that are close to me.
Okay. Through the Wire.
What about yours?
By Kanye.
Oh,
that's I love that one. That's such a good sample flip. And to be completely honest, if you look at like how some of the samples were made on YouTube, specifically from Kanye, it's really amazing because he'll take like literally a piece from here, piece from here, piece from here, and put it all together, and really amazing. My other one that I
love those TikTok pages where they show you how that happened,
how it actually happened. Yeah, that's crazy.
Genius stuff going on there.
No, for real. My other one is Bye Baby by Nas. I love that song so much, and I think that's from Guy. Can I get a piece of your love?
You're saying bye bye.
That's so fire.
All for Khalees.
Yeah. Yes.
Want to do a couple more?
Yeah, we do a couple more. Let's see. Share. No, you know what? When people talk about yearning, this is what they mean.
The Gap Band. Duh. Yearning for like a begging song.
Begging.
Yearning.
Jodeci, baby, I'm begging, baby, I'm begging, begging, baby. The other one I thought of was Isley Brothers. Once Had Your Love. That's a begging song right there.
I'm not sure, but I know that one. I think there's Bobby Womack could be weaved in there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he was also a mess.
I mean, that's a
I
whole
almost
nother
I
topic.
almost bought one of his albums the other day, but I was like, I'm not bringing that bad spirit into my house because he not too much good came along with him. Um, yeah, I mean, clearly got banned. Begging music, like
Begging.
oh Lloyd, Player's Prayer.
That's a begging. I'm not familiar with that song. Not gonna lie to you.
What?
Mm-mm.
Oh
Not
yeah,
familiar. I'll be
you gonna
playing it
listen to
after
that
this.
tonight?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Because when you suggested about a year ago, whatever, might have been a little bit longer. That Cisco,
I know
listen, that's
exactly
been
you
in
was gonna
constant
say that.
rotation. Is that a begging song? That's a begging song. That's actually
That is
kind
a
of
begging song.
that's kind of like You Got Caught song. Is Love Enough by Cisco? Oh my god,
Yeah,
I love that song so much. That
yeah. You gotta
embodies,
lay it all on the line with
yeah,
that song.
yeah,
Hmm.
for sure. I would say, I'm gonna do two more. Your favorite, You Don't Know Nothing About This cut. What would that be for you? I got one in my head.
Go ahead. Let me think while
Shaka
you say
Khan,
yours.
What You Gonna Do For Me? I love
What
that
you
song.
gonna do for me?
Yeah,
That's a
when
good
the
album.
chips. Yes,
Yeah, when the chips are down.
when the chips are down. I love
Um,
that record.
yeah, that's a good
I
one.
got
You don't know
another one if
nothing
you
about
still
this.
thinking.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Funkin' for Jamaica. This is one of
Oh,
the.
that would have been my answer right
You know
there.
what? This
That would
is
have
so
been
funny because you grow up in your parents' house for 18 years and then you play a song that you have heard them play a million times. And they will come to you and be
yeah,
like, boy, what you know about that? You've been playing it
exactly.
for decades now.
I've only been listening to you.
I'm You thought I was listening to Lil Jon and Bad Brains the whole time?
Right, right. Yes, this is through my veins.
It's through my
Um,
veins.
I would say some of the early Luther stuff, like I like Don't You Know That?
Okay.
Um, because I feel like you can't not do a little tap of the toe to that one. Or
Yeah,
a
okay.
little swivel of the hips.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all don't know nothing about that.
You don't know nothing about that.
All that hippity hop.
Okay, this is my last one. You love the
Mm-hmm.
artist, but very much do not love this song. Hot take. We need a hot take in there. It's good for clips. I'll give you one right now off the
um,
top of my head. I will change it every time this song comes on.
go.
Immediately. Gold Digger, Kanye West and Jamie Foxx. I hate that song
I was gonna
so
go with
much.
Kanye stuff too.
Oh, I hate that song
Yeah.
so much.
It's like that middle period of Kanye. It's hard to get
I
with.
just
And
don't like
even
that
some of the newer
song.
stuff.
That song. Just specifically that song. Everything else is
Yeah.
fine. Everything else is, well, not everything else, but
I was gonna
not
say
everything
not
else.
everything.
Not everything else.
The song that I don't like. Hot take. I Am Sasha Fierce is Beyonce's worst album.
Really?
Yeah, and yes, it has Single Ladies on it. It has Halo on it, but those are the crossover songs that I think took her into where she is now and made her abandon her R&B roots. And so I She only sprinkles in the R&B roots. Beehive, listen. Don't bring y'all ass over here because I am one of y'all. I'm just being honest about how I feel. And you can fight me.
I really love "Scared or Lonely." That's my favorite song. That's probably like my top 5 Beyonce songs, and that was on Sasha Fierce. So that's a really like a deep cut,
Mm.
but I love that song. So good.
Yeah, and I mean, I played the Sasha Fierce. I was all about
Sure.
it. But it just that signaled a time where like she turned the corner
Mm-hmm.
for me.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't love that moment of her music. So
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
that.
Okay. Well, that was. I like that. We should do more of those. That was really good. I like
Yes.
that.
We're gonna do that versus moments.
Yeah. Take us out, Nay.
Black music, the best music. If you are somebody that enjoys music, get into the Tiny Desk stuff. Go watch the BT Awards.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not even going to encourage anybody to go back and watch that B2K and Pretty Ricky versus, but there are other options out there for you that may leave you feeling the spirit of competition,
Mm-hmm.
a spirit of balance. That will
Mm-hmm.
not be what you'll get from that Pretty Ricky and B2K things. But
Unless
I
you
just
want to
love
see a Molly
music.
Wop.
Yeah, if you're in the mood for blood and gore, go over there. Um, but uh, both B and I love music in general. Get into
Yes.
what feels good to you and
Yeah.
consume it in the way that feels right. Noise
Mm-hmm.
canceling headphones,
Mm-hmm.
amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Albums, great.
Yep.
Even just your regular old playlist. Like music
Mm-hmm.
is a universal message. And
Yeah.
so anytime that we can stop to talk about music and highlight black music, we will do
Yeah.
that.
We will do that
And
10 times in
so
a row.
great June.
Yeah.
Loved it. We didn't talk about did we talk about Juneteenth? Maybe on last episode, but
We touched
um
on it. Yeah.
at the midpoint of the year, I think this was a great Black Music Month for us to have heading into the latter half of the year. And so, because of that, we just wanted to spend a little time talking about it today. We thank you guys if you're still here. Make sure you comment, you like our page, you subscribe to
Share it
our
on
page, you
up
share
now.
our page,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because we are building our community. We're so excited. Um,
Mm-hmm.
just really quick, thank you again to the Black Foodies for coming out and sharing their
Yeah, that was a great
profile
episode. Yeah.
with us. If you are
Mm-hmm.
still listening here and you haven't seen that Black Foodies episode, go and watch it. It was really fun to record, and we building, and we want you all to come along with us on this journey. So
Absolutely.
we will see you back here next time. No cap recap. We are out.
We out.
Millennial
Bye. Boomerang.
deuces.